It's your girl, Sarah.
And Maya.
And we're trying to be dangerous.
You know, because we are charming.
And we're dangerous.
Pew pew.
Pew, 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 pew. And on today's episode, we are coming back at y'all with a zodiac standoff, but it's between 4 signs. So we're doing a modality. Fixed signs. So we are discussing who is the most stubborn fixed sign. So between Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo, who is the most stubborn? As we all know, fixed signs tend to be the most stubborn because they get fixated on shit and just can't seem to let shit go.
Can't let it go.
So we just thought this would be a really fun and interesting conversation to talk about how each of these signs are really stubborn and which one of them really takes the cake for being the most stubborn.
Yes.
Yes. But before we get into the juice of the video, the sauce, the details, we would love it if you guys would subscribe down below. Your girls over here. We cover anything that has to do with astrology, anything that has to do with boys, anything that has to do with girl code, anything that two besties would talk about anyway, we cover right here. So if you like that, subscribe.
Yes.
Okay, Maya, so what do you think? Who do you think is the most stubborn? How do we feel about all these signs?
Yes. I feel like
Let us know. Let the
I
people
have
know.
to start off by saying I love all of these signs because to me, a stubbornness kind of means like you know how to stand up for yourself. You know what I mean? And in the face of adversity, you know how to hold your own, you know? And I really like that about all of these signs. And obviously stubbornness can get to like a bad place, right? Where like you're immovable and inflexible, that you don't change. And I think that's what we are getting at really in this video.
Yes.
And to me though, that fixed nature means like you have like a strong need for your activities and like the people and your items in your life to be reliable and to be kind of predictable in a way, you know what I mean? Because they need that stability in their life.
Yeah.
And they always want, to me, like fixed signs, they always want to use their favorite things because it's like, it's what works for them, you know?
Yeah.
And like, they use it out until they wear it. And I feel like they're also, fixed signs are also the type to like, if they love a shirt, they're gonna get it in like 5 different colors. Like that same exact shirt. Because it works for them, you know? Why, it's like, if it ain't broke, why fix it? I feel like is the fixed sign kind of slogan mentality.
I agree. I feel like, yeah, before we get into all the reasons why y'all are annoying and like, you know, inflexible, but honestly, I am a fixed sign, so I get it. I'm a, you know, Scorpio stellium. But yeah, I want to also talk about the fact that I think it is amazing that like out of all the zodiac signs, the fixed signs are the ones that are going to take their time with something and are not going to give up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're really going to see what they need to do to make something work for them. And I feel like a lot of people get bored of things easily too, so they give up. And like fixed signs are the ones that really have the power within them to follow through.
Yes.
Because we want to make sure that whatever we spend our money or time on, that it's going to be worth our while. You know what I mean? And it's like we hate things being wasted too. So it makes us be, you know, stubborn.
Yes, and they're very determined, which can be a very positive, I mean, which is normally a very positive aspect, but then it also gets
it can manifest into you doing things out of like pure stubbornness rather than you actually wanting to do it. Yeah. Which I feel like can be problematic because it's like at a certain point, like, do you even want to do this anymore? Do you even believe this anymore?
You don't.
Do you feel like you have to because you have spent so much time doing it? You know? That's where the problem.
Preaching it to other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like fixed signs, have all the time in the world to defend their beliefs. You know? Hence why they're in the running. Like that's why they're in the running for being the most stubborn. And I feel like I want to start off with Taurus. I feel like Taurus is stubborn when it comes to really any and everything. And when I think of Taurus, I literally think of like a big ass rock. Like that rock is not moving for anybody. You could go around it though. You could go around the rock, but the rock is not moving. It's stagnant, and you could talk to the rock all you want, it's not gonna talk back to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's fucking Taurus energy to me. Yes. And I feel like Taurus also values their belief system heavily, and if they were to change it, I feel like they're scared of that. And that might mean that like they need a whole new identity if they were to change their belief system. And to Taurus, that's so scary. Like they don't even think they have the time for that. But the thing is, Taurus, what do you do all day? You have time to do anything you want, but you choose to do the same thing. So yeah, you could learn a new belief system, but you have this idea in your head that you're really busy, but you're not. Like you're not busy. And I feel like also Taurus loves comfort. And what's more comfortable than sticking with the same thing forever? You know what I mean? And like, that to me is so stubborn. Like, I feel like they're stubborn out of comfort. Like, you know what's gonna happen if you just stick with the same plan forever and stick with the same ideas forever. Because if you learn something new, you're gonna have to learn about, you know, all the intel on it to defend it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But for Taurus, the fact that they already, since the age of 5, they've been the same person, they can defend the same things forever.
Right.
Which makes them very stubborn.
It's like, I got this locked down. I know about this right here.
Like, no shit. You've been studying it since you were 5. Tell me, when was the last time you did something for the first time? Drake.
We'll wait. We'll wait, Taurus.
No, actually, please tell me. I feel like it's been a while for you guys.
You know, I feel like Tauruses are so
This is not a Taurus
funny.
roast.
It's not, but it's kind of a low-key roast for all of them, as you mentioned.
If you're new here, like when we do zodiac standoffs, it's low-key a roast,
slow roast,
but also like gassing you up when we can.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
You know?
You know.
I feel like Tauruses, though, they are so stubborn, and the crazy thing is like, you could be telling them a new idea and they will just completely blank out and act like they're, I don't know, still listening, but like not really. And then
but in a really bitchy way.
Right, in a really bitchy way. And then you check back in like, yeah, so like, are you following? And they're like, no, they just picked up right from where you left off, completely ignored every new piece of information that you gave to them because they weren't listening. Like, that's how stubborn they are. It doesn't, they have a really hard time, I feel like, processing new information.
No, they literally, no. It literally goes from one ear out the other. And it goes like, people who agree with me, yes, I can listen to you. People who disagree with me, blocked off.
No.
Like, literally, if you start the conversation with, no, actually, they stop listening after that. Like, if you at all make it seem like what you're about to say next disagrees with them, they're done listening.
Yeah.
They're done.
No, they're checked out. And it's so funny because I feel like everybody thinks like, oh, Taurus is so practical. But like, what's so practical about like doing the same thing every single day, even if it's not working for you anymore?
They literally, I feel like Taurus can be living their worst life, like low vibrational ones, and they'll never ever want to get out of that phase because of the fact that like, that to them is admitting that for this long they've been doing the wrong thing.
Right.
But it's like, you could be, you know, on a new path to like live a better life, but you're choosing to do the same thing even though it's not working for you. And yes, that's not practical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now on to Scorpios. I feel like Scorpios are like, they get their stubbornness from their emotions. You know what I mean? Like, when a Scorpio adds emotional significance to an issue, that's when they're like become immovable. And everything is like emotional tied to a Scorpio. So like everything they could be potentially stubborn about, you know? You know?
Yeah. It's true. It's true. I feel like us Scorpios, we're stubborn when it comes to feelings. Obviously, being a water sign and being a fixed water sign, we get fixated on feelings. And I feel like we just can't let shit go, especially if it triggered any sort of feeling in us. You know what I mean? Like, usually, like, if it doesn't resonate, we're like, whatever, like, I don't care. But literally, if it hits, if something about it makes us feel something, remember something, we're like, we have the time to be stubborn today. You know, and I feel like Scorpios, of course, we're known for revenge. Like, take Drake, for example. He has songs like Worst Behavior and like Mob Ties, and literally every single diss track too, I feel like they glorify our need for revenge and our need to win and to be right. And I feel like our stubbornness allows us to hold on to grudges in order to seek revenge. Like, that comes from us being stubborn. Yeah. And yeah, I feel like for Scorpios, it's always deep. Like, the saying, it's not that deep, is never relevant to us. Like, it's always that deep. And we always have time to ride for our beliefs as long as we feel some type of way about it. You know what I mean? So that's the thing with Scorpios. Like, as long as we feel some type of way about it, we will make the time to be stubborn.
Yes. And I can get behind that more than like a Taurus who just has these like stagnant beliefs. You know what I mean?
But
it's
they don't know why.
Even,
it doesn't move them.
It's not always even tied to like a specific emotion. Like, I feel like Scorpios are like, it comes from like a passion, their stubbornness. You know what I mean? They're at least moving and feeling some type of way about that stubbornness.
Taurus doesn't feel anything. I'm just like, if you're not feeling it, why are you doing it? Like, don't you want to do something that makes you feel something? And they're like,
like,
I'm a rock.
I don't know how. You know?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like to me, though, that's why like Scorpio and Taurus are more stubborn than Leo and Aquarius to me. Like Taurus and Scorpios are more like inward facing signs, you know what I mean? They won't even always like share these emotions with people to begin with. So I feel like they have more time to like build that foundation of like, these are my beliefs and nobody's gonna change that, you know? And like their thoughts are undisturbed, you know what I mean? So when someone comes in and tries to be like, hey, I have some new information for you, they're like, actually, I don't know about that. I've been sitting on this for a while. You're not gonna change my opinion, you know what I mean? And I feel like Scorpio and Taurus, they really don't need to bounce their ideas off of other people like I feel like a Leo and Aquarius like to do, which is just kind of more in their fire and air nature, you know? Like water, I feel like, and earth are more like internal, go inwards, and like fire and earth
they're extroverted.
Outroverted, you know? So yeah, I feel like Taurus and Scorpio are definitely more of the fixated of the two and stubborn.
I feel like, no, that's so funny because it's like, I feel like I literally just tweeted about that the other day where I was like, I hate when people give me advice when I didn't ask for it. Like, I really hate that shit. Especially because, like, it's people that, like, literally I know how fast they make their decisions and, like, they're not making the best decisions and they're trying to give me advice where I'm like, I don't have time to sit here while you play, like, therapist for, like, 10 minutes of your life. Like, I literally take my time making decisions. I sit on it.
Right.
I look at it from every angle. I try my best not to make stupid, impulsive decisions.
Impulsive, rash.
Exactly.
Like,
So it's like, I feel like it's funny when other people like try and tell Scorpio and Taurus like what to do, because it's like, we were probably thinking about it for years. Like, I'm not like you where I literally just decided what I'm gonna do and then I'm gonna risk it for the business and then I'm gonna hate my life afterwards. Like, no.
And they're not the type to be easily swayed too when someone comes in. You know, even if they do respect or love that person always, like they are not easily swayed, y'all.
I think it's so funny when it's like people that I'm not even like close to at all try to like change my mind. I'm like, the love of my life won't even be able to change my mind about this. You think you're gonna change my mind?
You're just wasting
I don't
your
even
breath.
know you. Like, stop.
You're just wasting your
I
breath.
just can't, like, literally just stop. Just stop.
Yes. Okay, so I feel like I said, Scorpio and Taurus are less susceptible to their opinions being changed. They sit on them more. And I feel like Leo and Aquarius are more out in the world. They're like trying to meet new people. Aquariuses are always trying to shove their ideals down other people's throats, you know what I mean? And Leos are just very loud in general and meeting people. So like that involves meeting a lot of new people and new experiences. And I think because they're always out and about and talking to new people, they're more likely to have their ideas change because they're exchanging their thoughts and ideas about it too, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I see.
No, I definitely see it like that too. And I also feel like Aquarius, on the other hand, is like stubborn when it comes to ideas, and I feel like they have all the time in the world to like verbally argue with you and defend their thought pattern, you know what I mean? Like fixed air, you know what, intellectual, like words,
they politic all day.
Later they could talk about it, but they're not really about it, like low key, like come on, Aqua. And I feel like if you disagree with Aquarius, chances are they'll think you're the dumbest person alive, all because you can't comprehend why anyone wouldn't agree with them. You know what I mean? Like when someone doesn't agree with Aquarius, it drives them insane. Like they go crazy. They're like, "Are you stupid?" It's like, "Are you?" Because you're not an expert in this, and like I am. But literally, they'll defend their words, but they literally don't even know what they're saying is true. But because of the fact that they've decided they believe yes, they're gonna defend yes forever.
Yes.
I just feel like Aquarius thinks they're the spawn of God, and their stubbornness is backed by their God complex. You know what I mean? Like they really think they can never be wrong, so like that makes them very, 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 very stubborn.
Yeah.
They have that God complex where they really think that they've been put on earth to like make everyone believe these new ideologies that no one's ever heard of before.
Yeah.
Like meanwhile, you're Googling this shit and like finding it on Reddit. Like you're not fucking special.
Right. And then they get mad when you're not, you're obviously not the smartest person in the room. I just can't, because I agree with you. That's when their most stubbornness comes out, when people start disagreeing with their beliefs that they hold so deeply. It's like, you don't even really hold it that deeply. You probably just read it from a headline.
Actually.
Love you guys. Sorry.
Sorry. This isn't a
sorry, not sorry. Okay, so Leos. To me, Leos are annoyingly stubborn because of their egos. Like, yes, they are fixed signs and they're looking for stability just like everybody else. But to me, like, they're hella prideful, so their pride gets in the way of like everything that they're trying to do. And I personally find them one of the more annoying, stubborn people because I feel like they're really loud and fiery about it. Anytime they're met with any type of opposition.
What do you mean you don't like your fellow fire sign?
No. You know, because I feel like no matter, it's always going to be an ego thing. Like, they always have to be.
And they need an audience.
Right. You know what I mean? And like, even if they don't personally believe that fact themselves, they're going to play devil's advocate just to be like, well, I'm right. I'm smarter than you. Kind of like an Aquarius, I feel like. They're always trying to like push their narrative down people's throats.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
I don't really fuck with it.
Yeah.
Personally.
It can be a lot. I feel like Leo is kind of the least stubborn for me because Leos really enjoy being liked. Like, they want to be liked. They're similar to Libra in that way, where like the way they come off to people matters because like it's very ego driven. Like, they need to be liked by everybody. And I feel like the other 3 fixed signs don't get too much gratification from being liked. But at the end of the day, out of other modalities, like Leo is the most stubborn, but out of all the fixed signs, I personally think they're the least stubborn. And I feel like Leo is actually just stubborn when it comes to things they consider themselves an expert in. So whether that be like their looks or their job or, you know, anything like that, I feel like they have a hard time backing down because they don't want to seem weak. You know what I mean? And I feel like Leo just loves being the alpha so fucking much. And if they feel like their alpha status is at all being threatened, they will literally stand their ground and defend their honor. And you know what I mean? Like, other than that, I just don't see Leo being that stubborn unless they feel like they have to like defend their honor.
Yeah.
Or like, if anyone's saying that they're not good at this one thing, even though that's the thing that they're really good at, like, they'll go off on you and be like stubborn as hell and loud as hell about it.
I agree with that. All in all, for me, no question, it's Taurus. I feel like, yes, Leo is gonna be like the loudest, like most in your face about it, and Aqua is gonna like try and politic you the whole way through. Right. And like a Scorpio is definitely going to like fight you to the death about it. But to me, I just feel like Taurus takes the cake because they're immovable. They black out. Like, it doesn't matter what you say because, like I said, they black out and then they check back in to like tell you the same exact thing. Yeah. And yeah, there's just, to me, like no changing a Taurus's mind or their routine or convincing them that what they love isn't the best.
No, I mean, I agree. I feel like it was hard for me to pick, so for me it's really a tie. I picked the Taurus and Scorpio sister sign combo. I feel like, yeah, Taurus being fixed Earth makes them the most stubborn because Earth energy is really slow moving anyway, and them being fixed is like, ooh, not moving. Yes. But you know, I feel like for us Scorpios, admitting when we're wrong, it literally like breaks our fucking heart. And I feel like it's because our emotions are so heavily tied into it. So that's why I feel like we can also be the most stubborn as long as our feelings are involved.
Yes.
But yeah, for me, it's a tie, really. Okay, y'all. So we have a podcast. If you didn't know, we have a podcast.
Check it out. It's great.
Yes. All the links are down below. It's available on Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google, everything else.
Everything.
And if this is your first time here, so we discuss the topics in our videos, obviously, and then we have a question at the end of each video, and we discuss that question in the podcast. So if you'd like to hear us discuss this question,
you know you do.
Yes. Check out the podcast. It's gonna go live next Tuesday. We post the podcast every Tuesday. Are you ready for the question?
Yes.
Okay. So, out of all the fixed signs, who do you think takes revenge to the next level? There's a couple that I can think of that love some long cons, love a good revenge moment.
Yes.
But who do you think takes it there?
Takes the cake.
Takes the cake. So if you want to hear us discuss this, you have to go listen to the podcast. It's gonna be a goodie.
Yes. Links down below, like Sarah said. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment down below with who you think is the most stubborn fixed sign out of all of these. Okay, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo. Let us know and why, as per usual. We're gonna link our socials somewhere in these places, in this space. We post every Monday and Thursday for our YouTube, and we post every Tuesday for our podcast. And yeah, we'll see y'all later. Bye.